The Niger Delta Development Commission says it has successfully managed its financial resources for projects spread across the region. While inspecting projects in Abua-Odwal local government area in Rivers State, the Commission's Executive Director, Finance and Administration, Dr. Henry Ogiri, says he's happy with the pace of work, especially in the face of strict checks on all contractors.
It's a busy time for the executives of the Niger Delta Development Commission as they travel to Rivers State to inspect some projects in Abua-Odwal local government area. In this area, the NDDC is working on the 23.5-kilometer road linking Bayelsa and Rivers States, an e-library and a model primary school. The NDDC's Executive Director of Finance and Administration, Dr. Henry Ogiri, restated the Commission's resolve to complete all projects. The focus here is to quicken the pace of development in the Niger Delta.
This place will be put in use within 2 weeks. We will come back here to also sit down and browse and be able to send emails and do communication. And so we will expect that this place will be put in use within 2 weeks so that students will be able to enjoy the facility.
For the NDDC, it's not enough to launch projects. The Commission has also put checks in place to keep contractors on their toes.
I am aware that the Executive Director Project have given the contractors handling the project a timeline. In another 9 months, we should be driving on a very clean road to the various communities in this area.
The NDDC's Executive Director of Projects gives an idea on the progress so far.
We have almost close to 30 culverts, 30 bus culverts, big one, but we have specifically 2 bridges that span up to like 15 meters span. But the culverts are more. So far, the contractor has done 21 culverts so far.
The Commission's management also debunked allegations that 183.7 billion naira of NDDC funds from between 2008 and 2012 could not be accounted for, saying projects across the region show how well the funds are being managed.
When we came on board, we have put in a number of issues in place to block the leakages in NDDC. And one of those leakages was we even engaged the services of experts, consultants, to work on the forensic account of APGs. APGs are advance payment guarantees. As it is now, I do not believe that there is 183 billion missing based on the preliminary findings in our responses to the Auditor General's queries. And so there are no money missing.
Many more farming communities are expected to benefit from this road project, as they can now easily transport their produce to urban areas.
Welcome to Sports News. Commonwealth gold medalists Abubakar Issa and Mohamed Jamilu topped the list of 16 athletes picked by the Nigeria Taekwondo Federation for the 2015 All-Africa Games in Congo, Brazzaville. Issa, who will be competing in the men's -54 kg, is one of the experienced athletes in the team, having featured at the 2014 World Junior Championship in Chinese Taipei, as well as the 2014 Africa Youth Games in Gaborone, Botswana. Like Issa, Jamilu, who will compete in the -58 kg, won gold at the 2011 All-African Games in Mozambique, in the absence of his sibling Chika. 2011 All-African Games gold medalist and captain of the team, Uche Chukwumerije, who will jostle for medals in the men's +87 kg, will also be part of the team. At the last All-African Games in Mozambique, Nigeria settled for 4th place in the Taekwondo event with 2 gold, 1 silver and 7 bronze medals. Elsewhere, the president of the Nigeria Rugby Football Federation, Edward Pamfon, is disappointed with the last-minute removal of the sport from events to feature at the 2015 All-Africa Games. The national rugby team, the Black Stallions, already qualified for the Games, But Pamfon wondered why the organizers allowed participating teams to waste their time and resources to prepare and play the qualifiers when there was no concrete plan for the sport. The technical director of the team, Olatunji Fasimoye, also described the exclusion of the sport as a devastating blow for the players. The federation says the All-Africa Games could have been a proper avenue to prepare for the 2016 Olympic Games qualifiers in South Africa later this year, but the team will be engaged in other preparations for the qualifiers. In football, the national under-20 women's team, also known as the Falconets, will return to camp on Saturday as preparations began for their 2016 FIFA Under-20 Women's World Cup third-round qualifying fixture against the Democratic Republic of Congo. Falconets head coach Pt.4 has invited 30 players, most of whom were involved in the successful second-round campaign against Liberia. The winner of the Falconets versus DR Congo fixture will meet the winner of the clash between Zambia and South Africa for one of Africa's 2 slots at the 2016 FIFA Women's World Cup to be staged in Papua New Guinea in October next year. Nigeria dismissed Liberia 14-1 on aggregate in the second round, while the Democratic Republic of Congo eliminated Namibia 5-0 on aggregate. Now to athletics, the world's fastest athlete, Usain Bolt, is unhappy that the focus is on doping ahead of this weekend's World Championships in Beijing, but says he cannot save the sport's reputation on his own. Bolt, who has never failed a drug test, will race against American Justin Gatlin, who has served 2 suspensions for using banned substances. The showdown between Bolt and Gatlin, who was at the quickest times of the year over 100 and 200 meters, has been billed as a battle for the soul of the sport. And still in athletics, 800 meters men's Olympic champion David Rudisha and American sprinter Tori Bowie also speak of their chances in Beijing. Rudisha knows he is not back in the sort of form where he can control races, but still thinks he'll be battling it out for gold at the World Championships. Bowie, who suffered a hamstring injury in 2014, has worked her way back to the top this season and is excited to be in Beijing. Well, that's it on sports news. It's back to Amarachi with the rest of the news at 10.
Away from sports news, Greece's Prime Minister Alexis Tsipras has announced his resignation and early elections, which could come up as early as September 20. The announcement was made today when he addressed the nation. He said the political mandate of the January 25 elections had exhausted its limits, and now the Greek people have to have their say. Also, Thai police say 2 men identified as suspects in the Bangkok bombing have been cleared of their involvement. The pair were filmed by security cameras standing near the prime suspect in Monday's blast at the Erawan Shrine, which killed 20 people. Cynthia Arya has more details on what led to the duo's arrest and more on the Foreign News wrap-up.
Well, thank you. The pair was seen in security camera footage shortly before Monday's blast at the Erawan Shrine. The attack at the shrine killed 20 people and injured dozens more. Officers are now questioning the pair. The police also suspect that at least 10 people were involved in the attack. Then Foreign Secretary Philip Hammond is to visit Iran amid reports that the UK embassy in Tehran is to reopen. The embassy was closed back in 2011 after it was against sanctions imposed by Britain. Also today, the Burundian president has gone against all odds, damning his critics and the violence in his nation, and has gone ahead to get sworn in for the 3rd time as president. This move seems to have cancelled every possibility of the formation of a unity government with the opposition. Finally, Egypt has come under attack again, and it's by none other than an affiliate of the Islamic State. In today's incident, 29 people were wounded when a bomb went off at a Cairo courthouse. Thankfully, no one died. A statement circulated on Twitter by supporters of the group Sinai province said the bomb was a reprisal for the execution of 6 of its members. That's the Foreign News wrap-up. It's back to you, Amarachi.
Finally tonight, honor is given to whom it is due, and that's certainly the case with art legend Bruce Onabekpeya. His contribution to the arts, spanning over 5 decades, on Wednesday in Lagos received acknowledgement from the Center for Values and Leadership at its 25th Leadership Tribute Colloquium. The center, headed by Professor Pt.4, extolled Dr. Onobrakpeya's never-ending zeal, not just for the craft, but for his country, from where his inspiration comes. Works consisting of metal foil pieces, prints, serigraphs, plaster coats, sculpture, and paintings will be showcased in a week-long exhibition at the CVL building in Victoria Island, Lagos.
The honor that has been done to me is actually, I'm holding it, I'm just holding it for a lot of people who have helped to build up Bruce Onobrakpeya. Art does not exist in vacuum.
We're honoring Mr. Onobrakpeya also here in Channels Television. And the main news again, President Muhammadu Buhari today warned against exploitation of young Nigerians desirous of joining the Nigeria police force by those in charge of the recruitment process. The president told the police hierarchy in a meeting that cases of applicants having to pay bribes before being accepted into the force is totally unacceptable. That's it on the News at 10. Thank you for watching. I am Amarachi Ubani. Good night.